Phase 1 of operating system. This is the topic that we are going to learn today. In phase 1 of operating system, there are few features that you have to understand. Apart from this, there is a some background that you have to know about, and there are some implementation details that you have to know about. Right. So, first of all, we should understand about phase 1 by its characteristics. So, always remember that implementation of phase 1 is nothing but implementation of batch OS with very basic functionalities. Very basic functionality. It is batch OS, but with very basic functionality within itself. First thing. Later, we can say that it requires error-free code. What does that mean? We will see it later. Later, it can only execute one task at a time. Right? And there is no physical separation of jobs. We will see that what does it mean, what is job and everything else. So to understand phase 1, we have to understand about batch operating system. So what was a batch operating system? In batch operating system, collection of similar tasks collection of similar tasks were kept in one batch. Like we can say that similar students are in single batch, right? B1, B2, B3. These are batches. Batches has similar student of similar department or same department of or same division, right? Similar to that, we have batches. And this batch was given to computer as an input and it provided us the output, right? So similar to that, what we are going to create is our own batch operating system with few basic functionalities. Now you would be saying, what was the set of tasks that we were giving as an input and how were they given? So what we will see it later, but how were they given? So they were given in the form of punch cards. So what were punch cards? Punch cards were nothing but the cards which allowed us to give the information in our human understandable form, but whenever they were given as an input to a particular computer, the computer automatically converted it into the binary form, right? So the code conversion was directly done through the punch cards and output was provided through the printer. So now just think, do we have punch cards right now with us? And even if we would have, how would we implement our code using punch cards? It would be very difficult, first thing. And second thing is, do we all have individual printers? No. So what we are going to do is, we are going to consider two files. And these two files are input.txt and output.txt. So we know that our punch cards can be simulated in the form of text file, and this text file is known as input.txt and in our case, because these punch cards are the input that we are going to give. So the information that we could have written in the punch card will be written in input.txt. Always remember this. And this is going to be the input for our computer or operating system. And we know that the printer was the output of our application. Printer was used as an output device of our application, but in our case, just for a simulation, we are going to use output.txt file for providing the output. Is that clear? I hope so. Later, so we can say that punch cards, when provided as an input to operating system worked upon the input and they provided the output in printer. And in our case, input.txt is going to be the input and output.txt is going to be the output. That's about basic batch OS functionality that we are talking about. But later, it is not just this implementation, but it has a lot of features that are yet to be discussed. Like error-free code is to be given. What does error-free code mean here is, error here indicates exception actually. Just let me tell you something about exception.